Hey everybody, welcome back to Split Message and my take on the Breakfast Challenge. We're here on day 2, pretty much, and we're gonna get going. Day 1 we did a lot of harvesting and mowing and whatnot. We're gonna do a little bit more of the same. My kind of goal here is to initially, for the Breakfast Challenge, not to actually do any more work than I need to do. So, is that header? Oh, you know what? I updated. Let me fix that real quick. Somehow the main color got changed to toothpaste. Yeah, fine. Customize. Yes. That actually looks pretty good. Anyways, so what we're going to do today is we're going to harvest some sorghum. We currently, if we look at the map, we currently have, we have a bunch of fields of sorghum. We don't need to see farmland. We just need to see here. So we have 1, 2, 3 fields of sorghum that we own, all of which need to be harvested today. And then we have a grass field here. And then last time, if you remember, we mowed everything north of this road, right? All of this we mowed. But everything south of the road also still needs to get mowed. So we've got a lot of mowing to do today, which is just going to give us more profit for the future. But we're not going to show you all of that because that just takes too much time. What we are going to do is get this harvest going and bring you back when we're in the next step. So let me get this field quick. This will be a quick one. Be right back in a second. Jumping back in, you can see we've got our little row of shame. I guess the width of this field didn't really work out for the header. No big deal. As you can also see, we've got some bales in the field. We've got our little truck roller following along, running the baler. Just to make sure we can get whatever profit we can from this field. Once we get done from here, we're just going to close that up. The next field is pretty far north, but you know what? I'm not even going to bother on holding the header. That's probably one of the best parts about this map, is that the map is so big and there's so much kind of free space in between everything that, like, you can just run around the map, almost the whole map, with the header on. I mean, yeah, it's a Draper header, so I can just disconnect it really quick if I need to, but I can just use run around the whole map with it on, and no big deal. Let's see where our next field is. The next one's going to be 13, and then 7. So, 2 more fields, no big deal. Cruising along. Discharge speed on this harvester is a little bit... Anyways, I'm not going to make you wait for that. Boop, boop, boop. And we're done unloading. Simple and easy. Let's zoom across the field. We'll let the baler just follow us. He's already on follow mode, so he can just keep following. That's fine. It's nothing. It's like, well, you know, normally this map actually has a bunch of stuff to crash into. There's a lot of trees. Like this whole hill covered in trees. But I removed them. Because... Right? Making it easier for myself. Also, lots of grass to mow. As you can see, I mowed a lot of grass. Oh shoot, totally forgot about these white trees here that I forgot to, like, clean up. It's a pile of trees just sitting there in the field. I'll come back and get them soon enough. So right now, all we're doing is harvesting all this sorghum for flour. And because we need to make donuts and pancakes and all that kind of stuff, we need flour. And which one's straight? Is it straight? Yeah, good enough for me. Let's go here. Let's set our line. Go, go, go. Nope. Wrong one. Go here. Go. There we go. Oh, we're off the races and we're harvesting it. And let's see, where's the baler? He's a little bit far behind. I think this harvester actually drives faster than the baler. So he's just trying to catch up. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Look at him in the distance. He's coming. He'll get here eventually. Hopefully he'll start bailing right away. I think he's actually still in pickup mode. So he's going to be slow anyways. I don't even bother to switch it out. I mean, we're here for doing a challenge. We're not here to form properly. Nope. Go here. Nope. Here. There we go. Yep, now he's catching up. He's doing his part. Alright, perfect. I'm going to zoom through this field and finish it up. I'll come back in a second. See, this is a super fast video. Why should we want to be sitting here all day watching me harvest, right? Right? Bloop, 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 bloop. See, this is just so easy that I don't even watch where I'm going. I just kind of drive sideways. I'm just kidding. We finished off that field. We're going to head over to that other one right over there in the distance. Again, I'm not even going to bother folding anything up. I'm just going to let the worker follow me. I already brought the truck over. We actually got a full load off of this field. We had to empty out somewhere in the middle. Which, you know, cool. Where do I want to start? I think I'll start up here. Let's turn on the guidelines and see what I'm doing. What is this? It's a weird corner. Corner bothers me. Let's try like that. Just reset. Looks good. Move it over just a touch. There you go. And one more field to go. Yay! So once we finish up a sorghum harvest, we're gonna we're already starting to put that sorghum into the flour mill because that's where we're burning it from. And then we're gonna come back and start mowing. And mowing is actually kind of the fun part because you can see just how many trees I've removed. Just all of this open grass that's just free for the taking. The way I figure it, I might as well do it. Now, if we mow in September, that means we got to mow again in November, but it won't be fully grown in November. So, no big deal. It's free grass. It doesn't matter. And that's just making us obscene amounts of money continuously as the fermenting silos are just distributing right to our little mini VGA, and our mini VGA is just cranking through the silage. We could sell the silage directly if we wanted to. We might. We know. Need to. We can just let the money just roll in. We have all the equipment we need except for next time. Turn around and explain to you what I mean by that. So next time we're gonna buy 2 more fields. I don't know if I bought them yet. I don't think I did. But we're gonna buy 2 more fields. So one of the things we're gonna need for this challenge is to make donuts. You need sugar. And well, best place to get sugar is sugar beets. So we need to get a sugar beet field. And luckily for us, there's like 2 or 3 of them on the map, all ready to go, almost even ready to harvest. So we kind of run a straight line. Let's do that again. So let's go over here to the maps. And as you can see, sugar beet, sugar beet, sugar beet. All 3 of these fields, I already bought them. We own them all. If we look, they're almost ready to harvest. But it does mean we're going to need to buy a sugar beet harvester, because one of the challenges, I think we're kind of doing, we have this kind of sort of plan to do 2 or 3 challenges at once. And one of those challenges says you can't lease. where you can only release one item at a time. But to get a sugar beet harvester, you need both the harvester and the header, so you kind of have to buy it. Whatever. We'll just buy it. We have plenty of money. If we need more money, we can always cut down a few more trees. But next time, we're going to be buying the sugar beet harvester, harvesting those sugar beets kind of right off there in the distance, just over the hill. That'll be fun. Something different. And then we'll process all the sugar. Now, I don't think there's actually a sugar mill on the map, so we're going to have to put one down, which is fine, whatever. But we'll process the sugar, and then we'll have ourselves some sugar beets. And then we'll have everything we need to make donuts, pancakes, I think. I'm not sure. Who knows? Either way. Woo! Too much talking, not enough focusing. That I left the truck like literally right where it needs to be. That was handy dandy. And of course this thing unloads slow, so we're not gonna make you watch. Anyways, I want to finish up this harvest, and then we're gonna come back, and when the harvest is done, take the harvester back over to our little staging area, grab more, and get on to mowing. So let's just finish this up. Here we go. And we're back. I finished off this big field. I ended up having 2 or 3 loads. This is a good field as far as how much we're getting from the field. I'm gonna be able to make lots of flour with this. And I'm hoping actually this is gonna be all the flour we need to complete the challenge, or rather, to complete the breakfast challenge. But as you can see, we're almost full. Look at that, 95%. That's good calculations, I guess. We can jump over here where we left the truck. And unfortunately that baler is kind of being a dummy. I'll have to go re-bale that section. I forgot to turn this baler on. But we'll dump this off. We'll dump off the sorghum, and for that matter, we could set this to output and then just kind of go to our next thing, because we've got some more stuff to do. The one thing I really want to get to is the mowing, because the mowing on this map is just so much fun. So here we go. Let's get this guy going. Empty out. It's going to take a while. Right here to this guy. Let's turn on. This old school baler. Now, if you do remember, speaking of mowing, this baler used to be the baler behind our special mower. It served us well, but we're going to dedicate this one to straw for the time being. Whoops. Wow, I'm not doing anywhere near as good as the worker was doing. He was doing better than me. He wasn't missing anything. I get behind them when I start missing stuff. But this one will be dedicated for straw right now because we have a new baler hooked up to our bale setup. And that new baler has one thing that this baler doesn't have, which is a silage additive tank, which is just going to give us a little bit more grass for our money, for our time, or yeah, just a little bit more grass. So let's empty out that bale. Looks like there's one bale that's kind of like stuck there. Let's see if the auto load on this thing can get it out of the baler. Let's find out. Is it gonna get the other one? No, the other one's not done yet. So that's fine. Whatever works. Doesn't matter. We're gonna continue on to the next thing. So let's take this truck back over to our mowing to drop these bales off and then get it set up behind our mower. Because this is also our bale wagon for that. And I'm just going to cut right across the sugar beets field because, you know, it's my field. I'll do what I want. And they're not ready yet, so they'll be ready next month. the one thing we're going to have to look into is we've got quite a few fields now. We're going to have to plant these fields and something. Oh, what yet? But something. And we're going to need a planter of some kind. We don't have one yet, so I'll have to get one. Have to find something fun. Something big. Because we don't get to use big stuff very often, so let's find something big. But anyways, let's put him, this guy, right here. Behind the mower. Set him to follow. And be offset. And that's the trick. And then, actually, let's make sure he's in operating position. Operating position. Perfect. Now follow. Change the bale size to 240. Apparently I have to start the engine to change the bale size, which doesn't make any sense at all. But here we go. Our truck is not following us. Strange. Let's go get him. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Why aren't you following? It's a pain in the butt, this whole follow me thing. There you go. Alright, so now we're gonna mow the other side of the road. And basically we can start right here next to the field we just harvested and kind of start our little journey around the southern half of the map right there, because that's actually part of what we need to mow. And then we're just going to mow, and we're going to mow everything we can, and as we do it, we're going to take all of our bales, drop them off there, get them processed into silage, and sell the silage as it gets made, and just keep going from there. So if you guys haven't seen this mowing setup before, I'd definitely check out the previous video. This mowing setup is super fun. Like this. That's not what I wanted. And put the mowers down. Balers down, mowers down, we're swathing, and we're off. That's it. And so if we zoom out a little bit, you can see that the baler just kind of sits there, picking up the swath as we go. Nothing's left behind. And then as the bales come out, we can probably catch one, hopefully if I don't run into a tree while we're doing it. As we go, the bale's going to drop, and the trailer's going to pick it up. Boop. And we're good. Just barely didn't hit that tree. Good job. And that's it. So we just kind of driving around mowing without stopping. And just keep mowing until there's no more grass to mow. Which is actually kind of fun. This map has so much grass and it's all free. It's all free for the taking. None of this grass is actually dedicated to the fields themselves. The fields are separate. There is a grass field that we own that we're gonna mow, but the rest of it's just free grass. It's meadow grass, and if we can access it, we can cut it, and almost all of it we can access. So we're gonna keep going and zoom around the map a little bit. Might leave you on like a little bit of a quick time lapse while we get the first headland, essentially, around the map. And then I'll jump back in when we're done And we move on to our next task, which I don't even know what it is yet, so we'll have to figure that out while we're getting around the map a couple times. But here we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Folks, as you can see, that's our headland, and we're already full. So we've created a entire full truck right here of grass bales, and of course, you know, just one wrap on the headland. There's so much grass in between the headlands to mow, and of course that headland wasn't without its drama. Of course, it's not super easy to mow. As you see, I kept getting caught on trees or bumping on things in the road or getting caught in little depressions in the road, and it wasn't super smooth. But you know what, 42 bales at what, 6,500 liters per bale, it's a lot of grass, and we're going to be able to fill this thing up dozens of times. So it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it to mow. It's all free grass, and you know what, we're playing a challenge, and our goal here is to get as much as we can and get as much consistent money coming in. And for that matter, we're probably going to fill this building up, so it's going to have, we're going to have extra bales at some point. I don't even know what to do if we get to that point, so it doesn't matter. What I am going to do is I'm not going to tire you with lots and lots of mowing. You know what's going to happen, you know how it's going to happen, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back in when I'm done, and you can see where we go next. I think the next step here is probably going to get ourselves some kind of a planting system, and plant, seed, drill, whatever you want to call it, all the fields that we just, the fields that we prepared last time, as well as all the fields we did today, and plant them in something. I think it's, for most maps, excuse the save. Yep, we can plant wheat, barley, or canola, so I don't know. Whatever we want. Since we're doing flour and donuts, it might be worthwhile just to stick with wheat and barley and go from there. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up the few bales that I missed, because I actually filled up back here on the corner, I think. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Pick up these 2 bales and then get back to mowing. I will catch up with you guys. Catch up with you, everyone, in just a split second for you, but it's going to be at least an hour for me. So we'll see you in just a minute. We're still doing the mowing here. We're going to jump in and actually take a pause from mowing. I mean, there's so much grass to mow. I could be mowing. I'm probably going to be mowing here all day, but you know what? I have workers, and those workers can be doing other things, and we have other things to get done. So let's kind of jump back to the shop. You know what? I actually bought something while I was thinking about it. Let's jump back to the shop and check that out real quick. I'll leave the mower here. I'm going to bother turning it off. Come on over here. So we're also thinking about doing a kind of a no tractor challenge here, right? Because we're already doing this kind of doing the map. We haven't bought any tractors yet, so I figured, why not do a no tractor challenge? The downside of a no tractor challenge is, and we can definitely add it onto this because that'll be fun, is that most trucks and stuff like that are not very powerful. But then a good friend, Tony Miff, keyed me into this, which just got released. This is like one of those things that most people don't use very much. This is the Prianf Late Wolf thing. And normally, if you look in the shop, where's the shop? Normally, it's down here in miscellaneous, and it's this thing, right? Which is just like it's a snowcat, essentially, with a blade that doesn't come off. But apparently a little while ago, and I totally forgot about this, and Tony reminded me, somebody released it without the blade. Now the blade is detachable, so you can add on, there's 2 different blades, but it's also a tractor because it has a 3-point. So, well, it's not a tractor, but it goes up to like 600 horsepower. And so I was thinking, like, if we're gonna do that no tractor thing, let's go ahead and get something that we can pull big things with, like this Great Plains Cedar. Now, as part of the no tractor challenge, now this is where things start to get confusing, but it's actually kind of fun. The no tractor challenge says that you're supposed to harvest a field 3 times, right? You need to at least harvest, I think it's 3 fields 3 times or something like that. Something similar to that. Why are there bales of grass just stacked up here? That's pretty dumb. So what we're gonna do, that's funny, we're connected to the thing, but we're not controlling it. Can I maybe this isn't gonna work. Let me figure this out and we'll come back to it. I'm connected, but I can't do anything. So I would need a tractor to be able to unfold, turn it on, turn it off. Seems like they missed, looks like they missed the connections. Like they have connections back here, but they're not actually plugging into anything, so we don't have any power. All right, I'll figure that out and come back. In the meantime, let's jump over to this guy, the truck door, which is actually doing a good job. He is mulching, so we're gonna replant this field and some of the other fields just for the sake of doing it, because we're gonna be on the map for a little bit with doing the other challenges. But in doing so, we're gonna mulching these fields and take care of them like I should. Yada yada yada. And then, whoops, wrong button. I always do that. Go. Okay, nearest waypoint. You have to unfold again because you're a dummy. And we're gonna go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reseed this field with our snowcat as long as we can get it to work. And then we're gonna reseed this field. Let's look at the map. We'll reseed the other fields we harvested today. This one, that one, we'll have to mulch. This field and this field we already harvested, and those we can seed right away. These 3 fields here, 4 fields on here, I can reseed all of those. And we're just gonna reseed them all in like barley or something like that. Just because, maybe barley and canola, whatever. It doesn't matter because all we have to do is harvest them. And we're making lots of donuts, so if we can make flour from the donuts, flour from whatever crop we plant, that's really all we need. As you can see, I've already gone through the mowing. We've already taken in 4 full trailer loads of bales. I think the reason those bales are kind of sitting there at the sell point was because we took a trailer load over there and it probably fell off. But as you see, we're back over here mowing. We're still doing our super awesome mowing setup. And, just mowing along, do. Truck's following us. We can either use our GPS, which you can see the little line sticking out the front, to help us go in straight lines, or we can just do it manually, which manually is usually easier. I think the hardest part about like the mowing thing here is really the silliest part, because we have to navigate around all these poles and trees, the ones that are left, and the poles are not removable. This is That's my fault. I should have made them removable because I was the one who edited the map to make things removable. But nonetheless, the poles are not removable, and so we have to mow around them, which is just, as you can see, a little bit tedious because you keep banging into them. But we got lots of mowing to do, lots more to get done. I'll probably do a little bit more, keep going more mowing. I might come in with a little montage kind of thing here, but for the most part, we're just going to jump through the mowing, get it done, and then come back and hopefully get some seeding done. But we'll do that next. Stick around. We'll be back. Taking a quick break from mowing for a minute. We did figure out what's going on with this tractor. It's just a keybind issue. And we already filled it up with seed. So let's head over to one of the fields that we're going to plant with our, this thing's crazy, with our quote-unquote tractor. It's not really a tractor, but we're going to kind of use it as one. I love the tracks, but it's also kind of hard to control. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. So wait, where are we going? Do we need to go over the river? We do. We need to go over the river and up to field 20. Let's jump on over there, and this is going to take a little while because this thing's pretty slow. We're over here at the our first field to plant with this massive planter seeder thing. This is the Great Plains seeder, and I've never used it before, and it's pretty cool. It's set up out of the box to be both a planter and a seeder, which I've done for myself for a few mods. This one has it built in, which is cool. So we're gonna, oh, that's not right. Delete. We're gonna let it do its thing and seed this field. And it's actually pulling it pretty well. I'm surprised. It does have a lot of horsepower, don't get me wrong. The tractor, quote unquote, seems to have a good amount of horsepower, good amount of torque, so it should be fine. Again, we're kind of messing with the system here and not using a tractor. And we'll talk a little bit about in the next time we jump back with this whole idea of kind of doing the no tractor challenge while we're doing the breakfast challenge. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I think we're gonna do it. But either way, we're gonna plant some fields. So we're gonna get back into mowing. If I jump back over to the mower or this truck, whichever one, they're both next to each other. Actually, I just don't want to be in the truck. Jump in the truck. Whoa. Turn on our follow me as usual. I didn't jump into the truck. Oh, we're very well, huh? And then we're just going to go here and keep mowing. As you can see, we're starting to kind of get some of the mowing done. But I mean, it's not only slow, it's a little bit slow. Kind of speed it up a little bit. But it's kind of tedious because all we're doing is wrapping around fields. And yes, all we're doing is like trying to get, you know, we're maximizing the amount of free grass we're taking. That's probably the best way to put it. And when we do that, you know, we kind of have to navigate around everything that's already there because we're taking stuff that's not really supposed to be mowed. But there's so much of it that, yeah, we have to do it. It's imperative to my sanity. It's also imperative to this challenge because we want to get this challenge done. We don't want to be sitting here for forever doing this challenge. So we're just going to keep going in here. We'll come back up, go in the other direction and get that one. Point turning around and more mowing. And as you can see right over here on the right side, we have the truck door moved over to this field and he's mulching that field. So we're going to have multiple fields mulched, planted, seeded, all in this episode, and we are only in month 2. And we're cruising along with this challenge and cruising along with multiple challenges, actually. It's pretty fun, right? Either way. Make sure you stick around and come back. We're going to be doing some more fun and continuing on with this crazy challenge, triple challenge, triple header challenge playthrough thing. Yeah. I'll be right back. Hey folks, we're taking another little break from mowing. Mowing is just endless on this map. There's a lot to do. We did finish up our little mulching project, and I got to thinking while I was finishing up the mulching project and doing the mowing project that, well, we don't have to leave the fields the way they are. We could make them bigger. And there's a bunch of fields here that are just kind of like ripe for the picking to merge into bigger fields. So let's jump over to where we're going to work, and we're going to go ahead and make things bigger. Yeah, let's do that. I'm actually going to jump because it's just easier. All right, so as you can see, if we look here with the map, we have this field here 4 and this here field 5. And then this area around those two fields is pretty much open. There's nothing there. So we're just going to merge them. It's pretty much a straight shot from this field to that field. And so, yeah, let's do that. So we're going to come in here. We're going to use the tractor to... We're going to use the tractor here to... This is actually one of my favorite ways of creating new fields. Is come in here. Oh, leave that alone. Sit right here. We go in, put the plow down, right, and then we turn on create field, and we start recording a course. So clear that course, record, and then I'm going to set a line so I'm going perfectly straight. And I'm going to record a course while I go around the new outline for the field. And then I'll turn around and use that course, or that new field outline, essentially, to make our new field. Now it does mean that up here at the corner, I can't make the corner perfectly square. That's fine. I don't mind making it a little bit rounded. But there's so much space here that we might as well use some of it, not all of it, just some of it, to make our lives a little bit better. Let's look where we're going to turn. We're going to kind of make a new line, new top field border like that. We're locked into a new straight line here. And we're just going to come across, and then we're going to go down the side and meet up with the field again. And that's it. And then we're going to have ourselves a new field. And then I'll set a course to let this thing go ahead and plow. But yeah, why not? We'll make a new field. I'll have it plow the whole thing so it's all consistent. And then we'll get it up ready for seeding for whatever we want to seed, I guess. I don't know, like I have no plans for seeding because I think we're going to get enough crops out of everything that's on this map already by buying fields to be able to finish the breakfast challenge. But past that, yeah, there's not really much challenge. There's just lots of a few more things to do. Nothing that's very terribly hard. One thing I do like about this map is the kind of the space around the fields. And I'm going to maintain that. I don't want to actually get to a situation where we feel like we're tight on fields. So I'm going to make this corner nice and open, not get too close to the forest. Normally I would go like right up to the edge of the forest, but you know what? I don't really care that much. I mean, we're plowing a field for no reason, essentially. So there's no reason, quite literally, to make it perfect or make it a certain size or shape or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're just going to do this and call it a day. So let's come over here. Let's go here. Nice straight line. So there's our new shape. Pretty big field. Doesn't matter. We have our snowcat over there ready to plant it as soon as we're done plowing. We'll go from there. It's really weird to say that I'm planting a field with a snowcat. Oh, what these challenges do to the lexicon of playing farm sim is quite amusing. Do a little bit of round and corner, which would be easier for the planters. There we go. Look at that. This also does one thing that I prefer, which is removing the square fields. I'm not a huge fan of square fields. Never have been. But this lets me remove a few square fields from this map. And do things my own way, which is even more fun. Now I think that planter is actually in our way. It's totally in our way. Let's just push him out of the way. Actually, I think he's just barely not in the way. And then we'll get up to the end. This is the beauty of this plow. Thank you, Ridiculous Dominic, for this awesome plow. So the beauty of this plow is that you can plow and create a field and create your outline with the small size of the plow. Right, set here. Hit stop. Save it as a new course or whatever. Lift up. Oh, that's the wrong button. Expand the plow to its full size. Then come in here, and now we're going to use this course of this new path we just created to create a course. So create job, open course generator, have fun. 2 headlands should be in, let's do 3 for safety. No overlap. Actually, no, we do want overlap. We can leave that there. Generate. And then this is like the most dangerous part. And this just makes me uncomfortable every time I do it. But we're going to set this worker off with create fields on. Bye-bye. Have fun. Don't break anything, please. And so now the worker is going to plow the fields and do all the create field stuff on his own. And because I'm crazy, I guess, I'm just going to tab away and go back to mowing. And as you can see, we're over here at our other field, which is done with its mulching. We're going to merge those two fields together too. That one and that one will get rid of those trees. Merge these 2 fields into a bigger field, just because why not? Seems like a waste to have those trees there. They're annoying to mow around, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. But anyways, back to mowing. I'll check back with you in a few minutes. Bye-bye. Or see you in a few. We're up here at the shop. We just brought another load of grass up to our place for making stuff. And we're going to bring the skid steer. Can't go up too high or else I'll lose my box. We're going to be the skid steer over to the farm. Or over to where we need to cut those trees down. So let's get out. Put down a strap. Just one. Fold up our back end. Don't all the straps. Don't hit it. Perfect. Look at that spacing. This way we don't have to drive the skid steer across the map, which only goes like 30 miles an hour. So it's pretty slow. Or kilometers an hour, because I'm still in kilometers an hour. I'm always in kilometers an hour. And we're going to take this over and get rid of those couple trees that are in between those two fields that we're going to, so we can mow it. Not only do we mow it, but also so we can merge those two fields 1 and 2, I think, or 2 and 3, and get that done so we can plant it with whatever. And then we'll probably take, while the skid steer's down there on that side of the map, we will take the opportunity and clear some of the trees around the outside border of the map. Like, I kind of like the outside border, like up on the hill. I'm not going to touch those. The ones along the road, we're going to clear most of those trees out. Just because, well, it makes it easier to mow. And the challenge, goal, whatever, here is just mowing. And we own so much of that land, we might as well get rid of the spindly trees that are kind of in the way. And then on the way back, we're going to get rid of these trees right here and those ones that are just hanging on the ground. But to start off, hey look, the tractor's doing a great job with the mowing, or plowing. Sweet. To start off, we're going to come over here, cut these trees down. Just the ones in between the fields. I want to leave some of the character of the map, not get rid of all of it. Right? Alright. Open that up. Hop in here. Come in here. Oh, lost our little wood storage facility. I have my triggers off, so I don't know which side is up. I'm gonna guess that it's that side. I don't really know. There we go. So we're coming here. Cut this down. Here. Drive up to the tree. And say sayonara to it. Bye-bye, tree. Oh, and let's get that stump before we lose it. And drop the box again. What the heck? It's part of the process. That's actually kind of fun. It's funny. It's easy. We could actually cut the tree down with the tree be gone, but then it'll just get rid of the whole tree, and we don't want that. So we can just come up here like this. This. That. R. Get rid of the tree. Get rid of the stump. Go to the next one. And that's 3 trees gone super quickly. And then the thing will just sell them right away, so. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Seems so small. That's what I wanted to do. And just like that, that whole area right there is clear. And we can merge those fields. I'm probably going to take this thing down and get a few more trees done and cleared out while I'm here. But that's the gist of it. Pretty fun, right? Catch back up with you in a few minutes when we start to merge that field once the truck door is done with the other field. Hey everybody, jumping back in. We're actually towards the end of our day. We had a busy day. And we have so far fertilized, limed, and planted all of these fields. We even rolled them too. We've had the truck tour going crazy with some rolling and planting. We got our little snowcat running good with the planter. That combination seems to work out pretty well. And overall, we're just kind of cruising through our day. So we are almost out of money, and we have a good reason for not being out of money because we're starting to work on the third challenge, which kind of seems silly, but we'll go over all that next time. But the third challenge of kind of owning the map. And so if we look, jump up here, farmland, we're starting to own most of the map. We have a couple more areas to buy, 2 big forestry areas, this small forestry area. But a lot of these smaller fields we've gone ahead and purchased. Most of them are ready to harvest or will be ready to harvest soon. And then once they're ready to harvest, we'll start merging them and making kind of big fields. Very similar to field 24 here, which is where the truck tour is currently rolling. These other fields have been planted as well. So it just gives us the ability to continue moving forward. And the other big thing that we did, which is not really big, but we were getting a really slow amount of eggs. And due to the fact that both of our productions, both the pancake and the donut productions, need eggs to produce, we would need more eggs. We're probably going to be doing this glazed donut and chocolate donut. We're not going to be doing the strawberry one because then I'd have to put down another greenhouse. Don't feel like doing that. But we'll have pancakes and pancakes with maple syrup, and we'll make those for sure. But we did get about another 300 or so more chickens into our chicken coop, which holds 800, so we're not even at the max yet. And that should give us enough leeway or enough eggs being produced to actually kick off these donut productions. And the next step, and this is going to be for the next episode, so thank you very much for hanging out for this one. The next step is going to be a sugar beet harvest. And as you can see, if we look at the map one more time real quick, super quick, so we can do it while moving, there are 3 sugar beet fields planted, ready to harvest. If you look at the growth schedule, these 2 are bright green. This one's a little bit lighter green. These 2 should be ready to harvest tomorrow. This one maybe the next day. But we have some harvesting to do, and that should give us more than enough sugar, because we all know how well sugar beets produce to actually make all the sugar we need for our donuts and our pancakes. We did, as we were going through and cutting down trees and mowing and all the profits from the BGA, we went through, start driving home. We went in and bought our sugar beet harvester. So we're trying out that new Colossus harvester by Chris S and Riley S. Never tried it before, but we'll see how it works. Figure it out tomorrow. But it is purchased and waiting for us at the sugar beet field. But since this video is already going on pretty long, I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think of my kind of approach to this quote-unquote challenge, or which is becoming kind of a triple header challenge. If you think it's a good idea. What do you think that I'm missing? What else do you think that I should do? As you can see, I'm expanding fields pretty heavily. Not ridiculously, but pretty heavily. This field is a lot bigger than it was before. Just for the sake of, well, it's here. I have the space. I might as well. We have more grass than we know what to do with, more silage than we know what to do with. But we'll just keep continuing hitting this out of the park. And I'm hoping this whole challenge is going to be done before the end of the first year. if things go the way I've planned, but we'll see what happens. So that's going to be it for today. I want to say to everyone, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.